Hello there, Aries. What's going on? This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So my loves, this is going to be your general reading. The messages we reveal today are applicable to any set of circumstances that are currently taking up space in your mind, heart, and spirit. So for you, this could be romance, this could be friendship, self-love, finance and career, your spiritual growth, and really just anything of value to you. Also, keep in mind that the messages today have no time frame. Okay, so if you're here, it's because there's something here that's going to help you either close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. So if today's reading doesn't resonate, please take a look at last month's reading, because my readings do tend to read out towards 2 to 3 months ahead of our present reading today. And if you find that this reading really resonates, but you're not feeling very drawn to getting a personal reading from me, I will be including an extended reading on Vimeo if you have that lingering question of, what or who is coming toward me and what is my best approach. The link can be found in the description box below. But if you do feel that you would like a lot more revealed about your particular situation than what actually comes up in today's reading, like we just kind of touch on it but don't delve in quite as deep, you can absolutely reach out for a personal reading from me. I would love to do one for you. And all the information you need to book a reading with me is in the description box alone as well. Okay? So Aries, I love you guys. Let's go ahead. Let's find out what's going on. Let's see what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward. Let's get this road on the show. I know it's show on the road, but road on the show is what we're doing today. Two of Swords. All right, so what are you feeling indecisive about? Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Could be in a toxic situation with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Could be connecting with a Capricorn who you are indecisive about because you're connected to a water sign that you are much more interested in. This could also be an ego thing for you, and you're really indecisive about moving forward, either to step into your power if you have water in your chart, right? You're a little bit on the sidelines about how to really stand in your power, your creative energy, following your intuition, because your ego is really, really front and center right now, making you kind of giving you that analysis paralysis, right? You don't really know how to move forward. Emperor energy, this is your energy. I'm going to leave that right there so we can look at him dead in the forehead. Okay? This is the energy that you need to adopt, Aries, if this is not your energy already. If it, if it is, you're feeling very in your power. You could be thinking about starting that business. If you freelance, you're really starting to get involved in leveraging your abilities and your skill sets. You could be connecting with an Emperor, okay? You could be connecting with someone who owns a business. You could be connecting with another Aries. But overall, if you are not already feeling in command of your environment, you will be. Okay, and at the very least, if it's not a very easy feeling of coming into this kind of power, for you, the energy is very fertile for this opportunity to either connect with someone who is very solidly in their element, or to create this feeling for yourself, this established, to get in that manager position, that leadership position, that ownership position of really getting in control of your environment again and taking an active role in creating what surrounds you and who surrounds you. Strength coming in as the overarching energy. You could be connecting with a Leo as well. You might have been restraining yourself for a while. Temperance. There's patience, a lot of patience here. Okay? You could be in a connection with a Sagittarius or a Leo, right? You guys, there's a lot of healing, a lot of patience. I feel like you guys are trying to work something out, right, Aries? I don't feel like there was a lot of damage done, which has been an ongoing theme I've noticed across the signs. Tower moments and leaving a lot of things behind, really making peace with the truth. I feel like you in particular, Aries, though, if this is you within, right, you're finding a real peace and patience. You're really learning what kind of power, patience and taking your time when you're doing things and really reestablishing your own work-life balance, or the balance within your connection, in your own mind even. You know, just balance is so important, and it does take time, and I think you're finding a real strength in patience and, you know, the value of waiting, the value of maybe making multiple things combine that don't typically mix, right? But the only way that they do is by just letting it do its thing. Again, patience. I feel like that's where your control is coming from, is patience. Right? So right now there's clarity. This is your current state right here. And what you're being crossed by the 5 of Wands. Okay, so there could be some internal conflict or opposing opinions from other people. On your mind, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. In your heart, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. That's a perfect parallel. In the recent past, you've got Virgo coming in. You've got the Hermit. Could be definitely dealing with a Virgo, connecting with a Virgo. 9 of Swords coming in. You see yourself as the moon in your environment. You've got the 6 of Swords. Your fear here with the Empress. Okay. And your potential outcome with the 10 of Pentacles. I had a feeling that was going to come out. When I saw the Empress come out, I knew that obviously that couldn't be it, but I had a feeling this was going to happen. Okay. So for those of you Aries who resonated with the last general reading that I did for you, I don't believe it was the love specific reading. I think it was the general reading. There was a huge aspect of the reading dedicated towards your mental health, okay, towards whatever has been happening in your life recently that has really caused you to lose faith in yourself and doubt your self-worth, or doubt where you've been going, the direction your life has been taking. And I feel like for those of you who noticed this was beginning to happen, you are making tremendous strides in coming out of this depressive energy. There's a realization that has been had. You may have been connecting with a Virgo that really helped clarify, right? This Virgo may have shown you a different way of maneuvering around these situations that in the past would cause you a tremendous amount of pain, right? Because on your mind, you've got progress. You know, if this is just you, the individual Aries, on your mind, you've got progress. You know, in your heart, you want to work hard. You want to apply your skill sets to something valuable. You want, you know, you see where you're good at something. And yeah, what's crossing you with the 5 of Wands could be competition. It could be people kind of telling you, like, why are you doing this? Or are you sure you want to do this? It could even be, again, if you're a business owner, this could be competition, you know, just your competitors, your business competitors. But, you know, the 9 of Swords is coming in for you, which is some anxiety, but I don't feel like this is, I feel like the way it clarifies is going to be very enlightening. I feel like this confusion and this anxiety is something you're putting behind, because you're progressing, and you might have a hiccup where you might kind of go back and feel anxious about the opportunities being presented to you, but I don't see that lasting very long. Okay. You could be connecting with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You've got Capricorn that came out during the on-camera shuffle, and you've got Virgo standing right next to you. And 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles is all Virgo energy. Okay. Could be connecting with a Leo, could be connecting with an Aries. All right. So let's see. Could be connecting with a Cancer and Pisces as well. Taurus, Libra. Ooh. Okay, so we are done shuffling. I'm going to pick up the jumpers. We've got the Hermit at the bottom of the deck as the overarching energy for our clarifiers. So more Virgo, okay? If you're coupled with a Virgo, I feel like if you're coupled with a Virgo, this person gave you a lot of clarity. This person has given you a ton of clarity. Okay? A ton of clarity. So hold on. So 8 of Cups and the 2 of Wands is what came out. So decisions. Okay, decisions. So that could be what the source of your 9 of Swords is, right? You've come into this clarity. You've come into this knowing, right? There's progress to be made. There's skill sets to be applied, right? Maybe in the past, if this isn't a person, this is your behavior. You could have Virgo, of course, in your chart, right? Where maybe you were unsure of your emotions. Now suddenly you've realized what your life purpose is. You understand now what it is you do best in this world, that you want to really provide value to your community and to the people whose paths you cross, and who cross your path. But above all, there's definitely a sense of progress being made, forward movement. Ace of Swords, there's clarity. King of Pentacles, again, very, very strong, well established, masculine earth sign here. You could be married to this person. You could be in a committed relationship with this person. You could also have come into an understanding either about this person in particular or the relationship that you guys have together. If you have Virgo in your chart, or really just any earth sign in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, Cap, you are beginning to understand yourself much, much better, right? If you want to become more financially stable, right? If you want to become more financially stable, there's an understanding here. You know what has to be done, basically. You know what has to be done now. With the Five of Wands and Strength, you've got more Leo energy. So you could be competing with a Leo, or you could just be holding back from being overtly competitive. Again, you're really understanding the strength in patience. Okay, so Aries, we all know about your temper. Okay, that's not really a secret. We love you, but we definitely know about your temper. Okay, so if temper tantrums or outbursts have been something that you typically do within your partnerships, whether romantic, friend, or otherwise, could be friendships, business partnerships, what have you, if that has typically been your MO, you are realizing that that really doesn't work when you're talking about building lifelong friendships, lifelong partnerships. You're starting to come out of that competitive energy, and you're building properly. Same thing with romance. You're understanding that it's not really appropriate to be throwing tantrums when you want things. It's you get a lot more and you build a lot more of a solid foundation when you're properly communicating. Okay, so there's an understanding of how to achieve this stability, and on your mind, absolutely. With the Knight of Pentacles, you've got this Ten of Pentacles. So very Aries, if you're connecting with an earth sign, this person is most likely your forever partner, right? In terms of stability and family, this person really wants to provide for you. This person really wants to provide for you. If this is a work partnership, this person is really going to help you. They're really going to help you optimize your resources to really bring in the highest level of abundance. Like you couldn't even imagine, Aries, what this means, right? This is fortune, this is legacy, this is slow progress, but like if you follow their lead, like they're not in this King of Pentacles energy for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like you're connecting with someone who is really showing you how to be. All right. If this is not love or finance, this is really just your solo mission, right? You are slowly coming into that. In terms of mindset, you are really starting to ground yourself in what it means to be wealthy. You're starting to really ground yourself in what it's going to take in order for you to build the life that you want. You're understanding, because in your heart as well, with the Eight of Pentacles, you're coming into your creative energies as the Queen of Wands. So all across the board, whether this is love, finance and career, spiritual transformation, whatever this is for you, in your heart, there's an understanding that a lot of work has to be applied in order to create, but you are feeling very much in your creative energy. Again, with the Emperor, you feel it. And you're understanding the value of patience. Yeah, it takes work, but what's worse? What's worse, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret? I feel like, Aries, you've come to a point where you realize that you'd rather not live with regret. You'd rather just do what needs to be done, and that's it, because you know where you're going to go with that, right? With the Hermit and the Empress, absolutely. If you have Taurus or Libra in your chart and you're connecting with a Virgo, it's showing up your union here from the past, and this desire to expand is still in full swing. Okay. If you identify as the Empress, Aries, it could be that you have been fairly withdrawn in the past, like you were still going within, you weren't really sure exactly which way to go in terms of expansion. You want to stand in your power, but you weren't really sure how, or how, but you're kind of afraid, right? With that Devil energy having come out, you could have been afraid of yourself, of your own progress. That could be why the Empress energy is also in your fear. right? I wouldn't be surprised if the devil came out again for the Empress, or maybe the Eight of Swords, some type of self-sabotage, right? A lack of confidence, a lack of confidence, right? So with the Nine of Swords, with the Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess and the Nine of Wands, right? Just working a lot. That's all it is. You're really, Aries, you're really putting in that work. You're really putting in that work, okay? You could be connecting with someone who feels very much like a high priestess, and you could have been working on a partnership with them. And so there might have been some communication that came through from them, right? Where maybe you're ready to commit, Aries, but there's something disturbing about a certain truth that's come into your environment, and it's really putting in your half of the relationship, that work. It's getting kind of hard to put in your half, right? Because you know, you guys want to expand, and there's true stability here, and you understand work is involved, and you're really holding back from getting into any arguments or any disputes, any difference of opinion, right? In the name of stability. But there might have been some type of communication, some type of argument recently, Aries, with this person, counterpart, romantic or otherwise. This could be a business partner as well. You guys have got stability on your mind, but there might have been some harsh communication that has made you realize something. That's the caveat. This wasn't a pointless argument. This was an argument that brought into light a lot of information that now you have to think about before you move forward, Aries. Okay? And it could be that your intuition is telling you that the work is not going to stop, right? So you haven't been getting a lot of sleep. You've really just been putting in this work. I feel like for those of you who have been working on a business, no sleep. And with the High Priestess, you've been trying to get your education on. Like, you've literally just been getting zero sleep, working hard to build yourself up, to add value to yourself and add value to your business. For those of you who are in a romantic situation, I definitely feel the same for you. There's an understanding that the work you've been doing may not be enough. You feel confident to do it, but you're just tired. You're tired, you've been working, and with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, you're exhausted. You're not getting sleep. You've been working with the Three of Pentacles. You've been really pulling your weight, and then some. With the Two of Swords and the Moon being how you see yourself, there could be a cycle. There's something about here that's a cycle that you see isn't really moving anywhere. Like, it could be constantly that you're always putting in this much work, right? And you just don't see yourself stopping. There could be confusion too, right? For some of you, there definitely, if you're connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces, all right, if you're connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces here, man, there's like no water here. If you're connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces, you might be a little bit confused or unsure of how to proceed with this person, especially if you feel like all the work you're investing is like all coming from you. Okay? You might feel like they're not really putting in their work. You might be feeling like they're not putting in their half, and you might not sure what their intentions are, because the Moon is emotions. The Moon is the unseen. It's the subconscious, right? So you may be really uncertain. If this is Pisces or Cancer that you're connecting with, Aries, you're not sure what their intentions are with you here, right? Otherwise, this is a cycle that is not stopping, and you don't see it stopping. So if you're building, Aries, you're building, whether this is with a romantic partner or not. If this is solo, you're on a business journey. If this is spiritual, you're going within, really trying to get in tune with your intuition. You might be a little bit blocked off, but you're coming in as the High Priestess. You might be awakening with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, right? You're just trying to find your place in this world, and you know that you want stability. You're getting a really good grip on what it means to be a physical being, but in terms of a spiritual being, you're starting to explore that a bit more. All right? But there's definitely cycles. You might be questioning people's intentions for sure, Aries. If you're connecting, again, a lot of earth energy. Phew, a lot of earth. We've got Taurus with the Empress here twice, okay, in terms of earth. And Virgo as well, right? So Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords in your environment, right? You are moving out of a place of uncertainty, perhaps, from the past, right? From the past reading that we did. There's a sense here of how you can better improve your future by applying yourself in the ways that you know you are gifted. And it could be that you are slowly coming out of this uncertainty, or coming out of this confusion or depression or anxiety, or coming out of it. The closer to your goals you see you are reaching. Right? You see yourself becoming closer to the King of Pentacles. You see yourself becoming more of the Queen of Pentacles. And these tangible results are truly giving you peace. Right? You feel confident in the process now that you're seeing progress being made. You could be connecting again with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, feminine energy with the Queen here. It doesn't have to be a woman, a female. It could be just a feminine energy, a receptive energy here. Right? And if you are single, you are looking to possibly transitioning, like slowly moving towards an earth sign that has really helped you grow outside of your personal limitations. But either way, you definitely, whether this is a romantic situation with an earth sign or a non-romantic friendship or business partnership, there is stability here, and you see yourself going from a place of, you know, almost like spinning your wheels indefinitely, and that being a source of anxiety for you, to realizing that all of this has a reason. Right? With the Empress here, with the World. So this is your fear, okay? In your fear position, you've got the Empress and the universe and the world. Aries, if you're connecting with an Empress figure, right? Taurus, Libra, but any sign really, this Empress figure, or even in fact, if this is just an expansion of a new beginning, right? You could be afraid that this is going to come to an end. So this is a connection with someone who you trust, a connection with someone who you love dearly. If this is a part of yourself you've recently identified with, if this is just the expansion of an experience, of an environment, of a circumstance that really, really helps you enhance the parts of you you are looking to improve, you're afraid that it's going to come to an end. Okay? But I don't see that happening. If anything, this is just going to go on forever and ever and ever. It's very tiring. And the truth is, Aries, if you feel like it's this person, this Empress, that's putting in a lot of work, and they are going to stop putting in this work, if that's your anxiety, that's the source of your anxiety, is you're partnered with somebody who provides everything, and you're afraid that that's going to come to an end, they're getting tired. Okay, I can confirm that. They are working hard, and it's not lost on them how hard they work. And I think that they understand that this is something that won't be coming to an end anytime soon. The amount of work that they do, but I feel like that's in their nature, Aries. Whoever you're connecting with, it's in their nature to work this hard. Now, if your question is, will they stop working this hard and providing for you? Okay. There isn't enough information on the board for me to answer that for you. If I could, I would. But I thoroughly believe that it's in this person's nature to work this hard. And I think that whether they were with you or they were with another person, this is just how they would always be. They're a provider, or they really, for them, stability is really important. So your fear could be that they bring an end to this relationship. I can say that there is possibly, okay, if you guys have been having arguments, a certain truth has befallen them that is making them question whether all of this is worth it. Okay? The only thing I can see is that if they're connecting with another earth sign that they feel a true match with in their environment, someone that complements them really well, then they could be possibly transitioning towards them. And in that case, you would notice it, because this person will not stop providing for you. That's not their MO. What you'll notice is they will stop expressing their emotions to you. Okay? It's very difficult for earth signs to express themselves. Virgos can tend to be, Virgos are very sweet, and they're ruled by Mercury. So I feel like communication with your Virgo, if that's who you're connecting with, Aries, this person, is more inclined to speak on their emotions, but Earth in general doesn't always volunteer their emotions like that. they won't stop providing for you. They'll stop talking about their feelings with you is what'll happen. If they're starting to come away from your connection and closer to another connection, watch where their communication is going. I know that's very backwards thinking, considering it's always like actions speak louder than words, but for them, speaking is part of the action. For them, the default of providing is in the monetary and the physical. This is defaulted to pretty much everyone that they're ever in union with. What changes is how vulnerable they are with the person that they're connected to. Okay? So that's the only thing I see here. That's the only thing I see here, Aries. If you're connecting to an earth sign, they could possibly be moving to someone else that if they're coming up as the King of Pentacles, they see this as their counterpart. And it's because some kind of truth came out recently in an argument that is making them realize that there's something incompatible here, and I could potentially see that. Okay, I could see that. Okay, if you want more information about that particular situation that you're going through with this person, with this earth sign, I could do a personal reading for you. We would get a lot more information that way. Okay, but for the end of the reading, okay, let's go ahead and see what this potential outcome is with the Ten of Pentacles. All right, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. All right, so this is definitely future energy. This is future energy with the Three of Wands. This is not just because it's in the potential outcome position, but also because of the Three of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, which is, progress forward, no matter how slow. The Page of Cups is also a lot of optimism. It's love. It's that moment before you're jaded. It could also be a young water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or at the very least, someone who is very, vulnerability comes to them easily. Vulnerability comes to them easily. Emotional expression and creative expression is easy. For some of you, the key to your business and really creating something, beautiful and appreciated and abundant is not only in the slow progress forward, but it's in really harnessing social interaction. Okay, vulnerability and connectedness is really what's missing in your business. It could be all the facts, it could be all the right things, and you have all the right ads everywhere. But if you're not connecting with the people that you're trying to serve, what are you doing? Right? And the person that you're connecting with, this business partner or these resources that you're coming into, with the Three of Wands, you could be communicating with people abroad, through the internet. You could be waiting for shipments, if you're selling physical products, something like that. But you're missing the most important part about what you're doing, and it's why are you doing it? Why do you have this company? Who are you? What kind of value are you trying to provide for the people you're connecting with? Or are you just doing it for the money? Right? Because money's important, but it's not everything. You should be able, if all the money were to disappear tomorrow, you should be happy being able to do this job. Right? So why are you doing it? Ask yourself that. There's something either in terms of emotional connectedness or creativity that you're holding back and you really shouldn't. Okay? That's what's keeping progress hindered. If this for you is family and love, right? I can definitely see you connecting. I can see you connecting with this earth sign still. All right? This earth sign is still coming up. This Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person, it doesn't look like they're going to stop communication. For those of you who I just was talking about communication, right? Because there's an indecisiveness here about expressing emotion or about, feelings in general. This person isn't going to stop communicating their emotions, but they might seem emotionally distant with the Three of Wands. Three of Wands can indicate separation, right? So in terms of emotional discussions and emotional communication, those conversations could be happening less and less. All right, so you're still, again, when something is done in the name of stability, right? The Ten of Pentacles is absolutely stability, but it's pentacles, it's not cups. You can do something in the name of stability and not do something in the name of love, right? Stability and love are not the same thing. So if you're with someone who you have a very stable life with, but you're noticing emotionally you guys are becoming distant, okay, that could be hindering the type of progress you were hoping to make with this person. But Overall, though, overall, overall, you have this very promising current situation of stability and building. This anxiety here can be for a number of reasons. It could be for whatever this argument was here. It could also just be the fact that you're so excited that even though there's competition in your environment, you're holding back, you're being patient, and you're just silently building away. You're just silently building. And you don't see an end in sight. Like you know that it's going to keep going and going and going, but you see the results and it makes you happy. And ultimately, the potential outcome being the Ten of Pentacles, you're not only going to reach your legacy, but it's going to be even better than that. You're going to be able to express yourself creatively, and the progress never stops, right? You are going to continuously get back everything you've been putting out, right? Everything that you've been working for, you're going to get back tenfold, and it's going to take time, but it's worth it. And you're going to realize that this is exactly how you were trying to get from point A to point B in the first place. You were just missing that aspect of patience. But you're gaining a lot more control over your environment. Okay? Under the Hermit is the Ace of Cups. Because so this could be self-love. For some of you, you could have a Virgo entering your life. If this is someone you were with in the past and you lost them, they could be coming back. They could be coming back in a different capacity, though. This could be more of like a friendship, or if they were a friend, this could be a love relationship, a romantic relationship. If this was a friend, they could be wanting to do business with you, right? It's a different type of relationship here because there's a change, there's competition, there's a lot of meat in between where at some point things get kind of rocky, right? And you see yourself either not coming out of a cycle or not expressing yourself emotionally. But I don't see you indulging. That's the thing. Your head is on straight, Aries. Like, you know what you want. Emotionally, you might still kind of be a little rocky, right? You might not really be totally out of anxiety or totally out of depression, but you're making strides. You're making moves. You're applying things in the concrete, in the physical world, right? You're really taking initiative, and you're doing the absolute best that you can. And it shows. It truly, truly shows. And do not stop. If you're looking for confirmation on what your outcome will look like, if all of this is going to pay off, absolutely it is going to pay off tenfold, Aries. Do not stop. You might think that there's no end to this, but you're going to see it's not even a matter of beginning and ending. It's a matter of up-leveling. Like everything, the amount of work you're putting in right now is the beginning of the end. Like you are going to get to a point where you're going to really be having fun with this. Like you're in the building stages of whatever it is you're doing. Once you finish building this very stable platform, this is the beginning of your legacy, and you are just going to you're going to freak out. You're going to freak out. Like this is incredible. This is super just out of this world. You're going to own it. You're going to own it. Okay, that's for the individual because this competition isn't with another person and this clarity isn't about another person who they're trying to build with. This is just outside forces, and as the individual, you can kind of bat away outside forces with a little bit of resistance and some patience. Okay, that's why that interpretation is a little bit different from those who are coupled. Okay, those who are coupled have an actual issue with each other and they are trying to build together. So if you're not on the same page, then building now becomes a slower process or stops being a process altogether, depending on what the couple decide. The couple or the partners, right, in the business. But Aries, I mean, that's it. This is it looks very promising. Just make sure that for those of you who are having issues with communicating with your person, make sure that you are doing what's necessary. Okay, speak with them, be honest. If a conversation was had recently where clarity kind of fell upon you guys and you can't really take back your words, let all of the necessary parties heal the way they need to and continue working until then. When they're ready to talk, then talk. But until then, don't push anything. Okay? All right, Aries. I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting me serve you. Thank you so much for being here, for giving my work meaning, for honoring me with such a tremendous privilege. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful to you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. If this was clarifying to you, I would love if you would like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below and let me know how this helped, how this was accurate for you. And if you have any lingering questions, remember you can check out the extended reading on Vimeo. Or if you would like to really pick apart your situation, absolutely you can reach out to me for a personal reading, and you can book with me using the link in the description box below as well, okay? I love you, Aries. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Mwah. Lots of love and huge hugs, okay?